does the time go? I don't want this to end. Where does the time go? Let's hang on to the moment we're in. Of all the things we will remember, the good, the bad, and all the blessings in disguise. Today will stick with me forever, even if we have to say goodbye. Where does the time go? I keep losing track. Where does the time go?
Thank you all for attending this unique pinning ceremony. I would like to thank you all for being here and attending online. I wish everybody could be here, but unfortunately, Corona happened. So before we get started, I would like to recognize a few individuals that have either been directly or indirectly instrumental to the success of these individuals before us. So first, I have our administrative assistant, Holly Souza. She's been very helpful this semester. First semester instructor Judy Nelson is not able to be here with us today. Our second semester instructor and lab coordinating specialist, Darkus Kotwitz. Our second semester instructor, Jennifer Jackman. Fourth semester, Cheryl Craig. And then myself, Jordan Howard, third semester. Our president, Alicia Johnston. The vice president of academic affairs, Adam Borth, behind the camera there. The vice president of finance and operations, Julie Eichenberger. Vice president of student services, Janet Fancher. Vice president of student affairs, Tom Havron. And then members of our board, and with us today we have Robert Nelson.
I am presenting the First Level Professionalism Award. It is given each semester at the pinning and recognition ceremony. This award is given to the outstanding first-level nursing student. Faculty select this student from applicants that meet the following criteria: maintain a 3.0 or better overall grade point average, demonstrate above average clinical skills as outlined in the clinical evaluation, receive no unsatisfactory clinical days during the first level, receive no probation days during the first level, be neat and professional in appearance, be involved in extracurricular activities such as student nurse organization, honor society, student council, and/or campus activities, and be involved in department and community activities such as blood mobiles, blood pressure screenings, health fairs, and ceremonies. This student also exhibits a positive attitude towards other students, faculty, and Fort Scott Community College. In the spring of 2020, we had 2 students who received this award. These graduates are Ansley Jennings and Brian Studer. For the fall of 2020 graduating class, the student receiving this award will be Stephanie Cochran.
The second level professionalism award is also given each semester at this ceremony. The award is given to an outstanding second level student, and faculty again choose this individual for the same criteria. The second level professionalism award this semester goes to Amy Beck. And then we have a first this semester. We started the Fort Scott KU partnership several years ago and have had our first student graduate with that. So we would like to give an award to Amberlyn Jarman for being the first student to complete this program, which she will graduate with her associate and bachelor degree at the same time.
We have the Caring is Wellness Award. It's an Outstanding Nursing Student Award. The Outstanding Nursing Student is selected by the Student Nurse Organization and the nursing faculty and the SNO sponsor. The criteria for this is to maintain a 3.5 or better overall grade point, receive no unsatisfactory clinical day throughout the program, receive no probation days throughout the program, be a current participating member of SNO, active in fundraising activities and community service projects, be active in extracurricular activities such as Honor Society or other campus activities, pay SNO dues regularly, attend 50% or more of the SNO meetings, exhibit a caring and compassionate attitude towards clients, peers, Fort Scott Community College faculty and staff, demonstrate the responsibility to attend class, clinical, and meetings, demonstrate above average leadership and communication skills, be a positive role model and mentor to other students. When choosing this award this semester, 2 students stood out. These students are Yolinda Holdeman and Alicia Young. The
time has come. Cheryl Craig will be giving the nursing pins to the graduates as they come across the stage. Brianna Bailey. Brianna's hometown is Fort Scott, Kansas. Brianna plans to study hard for NCLEX and then work in an acute care setting at a local hospital. Brianna will start the BSN program in the spring and then continue on for her doctorate nurse practitioner. Brianna would like to thank her fiance for supporting her through this entire program and quizzing her even when he really didn't want to. She'd like to thank her dad for always dropping what he was doing to help, and her mom for always printing stuff off at the last minute. Brianna would also like to thank Cheryl for always telling her the truth and saying, "Brianna, calm down. We've got time." And for the rest of the faculty for making her learn to the best of her capability. Miss Amy Beck. Amy's hometown is Frontenac, Kansas. Amy plans to work at Freeman Hospital in the transition care unit to start accruing critical care experience. Amy then plans to transition to the ER, the ICU, or both for the next 3 years. At that point, she will be eligible to be a flight nurse, which is her ultimate goal. Amy would like to thank her parents, not only for the financial support, but for always pushing her to work hard, accomplish her goals, and never give up. She would like to thank the rest of her family and friends who have become family. Amy would also like to give one more big thanks to God for being the calming spirit she needed, especially on test days. Ryan Durbin. Ryan's hometown is Fort Scott, Kansas. Ryan plans to study and pass the NCLEX. Ryan has accepted a position at Menorah Medical Center in the ortho-neurotrauma unit. Maddie Good. Maddie's hometown is Garnett, Kansas. Maddie has not accepted a job at this time, but is going to study hard for the NCLEX and then find a position that best fits her. Yolanda Holderman. Yolanda's hometown is Walker, Missouri. Yolanda plans after graduation will first to breathe a big sigh of relief and start studying for the NCLEX. Yolanda plans on moving to Heston, Kansas, and find a nursing job she loves. Yolanda would like to thank her family for supporting her on this journey and the friends that she has made for the love and encouragement along the way. But most of all, she'd like to thank God, because without him, every day would have been impossible. Amberlyn Jarman. Amberlyn's hometown is Parsons, Kansas. Amberlyn is our first graduate in the KU program and will graduate with her BSN and ADN. She is going to work in the transition care unit at Freeman Hospital in Joplin. Amberlyn plans to continue on to earn her DNP within the next few years. Amberlyn would like to give a big thank you to her friends and family that have been her biggest supporters throughout school. Amberlyn would also like to give a big special shout out to her parents and sister, Tiffany, Jenna, and Jimmy. Brenna Kent. Brenna's hometown is Olathe, Kansas. Brenna has accepted a position as a new graduate RN at Lawrence Memorial Hospital. She plans on continuing to school to obtain her BSN. She would like to thank her parents and sister for encouraging her at all times. She'd also like to thank her grandma and cousins for coming together to help her get through this semester. Lastly, Brenna would like to thank her husband and kids for supporting her through all the tears, endless studying, and for keeping her smiling along the way. Brenna loves you all and could not have made this happen without you. Reese Motter. Reese's hometown is Nevada, Missouri. Reese plans to work for Freeman in cardiology and study for the NCLEX after graduation. Reese's plan includes starting his BSN. He wants to specialize in critical care and work for the rest of his life. Reese would like to thank his family and friends, especially Kennedy, for pushing him to be better every day and never giving up. Chase McCombs. Chase's hometown is Pittsburgh, Kansas. Chase plans to accept a position at Mercy Hospital in Joplin in the emergency room. He's going to get married in April and spend all of his free time with family and anything else but schoolwork. Chase will eventually go back to college to earn his BSN. Emphasis on eventually. Chase would like to thank Mercedes and Malachi, his mom, dad, and grandparents for their unconditional support. Malia McFrederick. Hometown is Hume, Missouri. Malia plans to pass the NCLEX and obtain a job. She would also like to earn her BSN and become a nurse practitioner. Malia would like to thank her friends, family, and instructors who have helped her on this journey. Hope Moyer. His hometown is Wichita, Kansas. Hope plans following graduation will be a little different than everyone else. She is finishing her deployment with the Army National Guard. After her deployment, she's going to work. When she returns home, she also hopes to seek a job somewhere in Wichita. Maddie Schweda. Maddie's hometown is Baldwin, Kansas. Maddie plans to go into the graduate nursing program at KU Medical Center and after a few years of experience start travel nursing. Maddie would like to thank her mom, sister, and family for helping her through this crazy time. Holly Schultz. Holly's hometown is Joplin, Missouri. Holly plans to work in the ICU at Neosho Memorial Regional Medical Center and on the medical floor at Freeman Health Systems. Holly would like to eventually become a flight nurse. Holly would like to thank her family for always sticking by her side no matter what. Holly would like to thank the school for being so supportive during the tough times she has unexpectedly had to go through. Jennifer Simheiser. Jennifer's hometown is Fort Scott, Kansas. Jennifer is the president of our local snow organization and a member of the National Snow Organization. Jennifer plans to further her education and work in the operating room. Jennifer would like to thank everyone who has helped her study, dealt with her cranky attitude, and watched her kids long hours so she could accomplish her dreams. She is proud of her classmates and loves them so much. Kama Whitaker. Kama's hometown is Olathe, Kansas. Kama is currently seeking a position at a local hospital. She plans on applying for the RN to BSN Bridge program in the near future. Kama would like to thank her supportive boyfriend, parents, and grandparents for providing for her during this long journey. And our last graduate this evening is Alicia Young. Alicia's hometown is Sheldon, Missouri. After graduation, Alicia will continue her passion of helping and serving others by gaining experience in the ICU of a Kansas area hospital. Upon graduating from FSCC, Alicia will be continuing her education at Pittsburgh State University. Alicia would like to thank her family for always being supportive and encouraging her to dream big and work hard. She would like to thank her husband for always understanding the nights when studying came first. Lastly, Alicia would like to thank God for the journey and the company He will always provide in the valleys.
Okay, would everyone please stand? All the graduates and all the licensed nurses in the audience, please stand for the Florence Nightingale Pledge. Okay. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my profession. With loyalty, I will endeavor to aid the physician in his work and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care.
You can stand if you want. I'd rather sit down. But. So at the beginning of every semester, I always start to think about what I'm going to talk about during this ceremony. I look at what's going on in the world and then look at the specific class itself. Every semester has always been a little bit different. I've talked about my children, mountains, and playing cards. And looking at 2020 and the students before us, this is a first for us. Having a pinning ceremony that's remote. I can't see who's looking at me. So 2020 has brought us many ups and downs, just like any other year. However, I feel like 2020 has been a little bit bipolar. Healthcare in the world today are in uncharted territories. Before us is a group of individuals that have already been through so many firsts. They have had the longest recorded spring break in history, March to August. But that spring break was less than ideal. During this time, they completed half of Med-Surg with Cheryl online, as well as clinicals. And let me tell you, it is not easy to find relevant things for students to do for clinical practice online, especially when there were so many hours to complete. They had to get used to testing remotely while being recorded by a camera and a microphone, as if it wasn't stressful enough to take an exam. So now that these individuals have completed all of this already, they move on to the NCLEX. After they successfully complete that on your first try, they will be ready to enter the nursing workforce. So have we heard many times in nurses that nurses eat their young? The individuals before us are not young in the world today or in healthcare. They have already completed many things that many of those before them would not have been able to do successfully. We are all in a unique place. As Patricia Benner said in her theory, Novice to Experts, from 1 to 3 years, we are considered novice. From 3 to 5 years, we are competents, and after 5 years, we are considered experts in our respected area. Healthcare and nursing are still in the novice stage of a global pandemic, which means each of you will be entering the workforce on the same playing field as everybody else. So remember, when times get tough, how far you have already come. Your journey is not ending, it is just beginning. You all have greatness in you and have the power to make a difference in individuals' lives. Lastly, always remember, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. For now you are on your own. You know what you know, and you are the one who will decide where you go. You are off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So go get on your way. Thank you.